ladies and gentlemen, I currently have 5 books checked out from the library, so I thought that I would share those with you today, and if you stick around towards the end of the video, I will share with you my #Friday Reads. The first book that I have to show you is Diet for a Small Planet by Frances Moore Lappé. This is the first of, I hope, many vegetarian texts that I read over the coming years. This book explores the environmental impact of vegetarianism and compares the proteins found in meat and plants. It also features affordable veggie recipes. I think that this text is exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm hoping that it sheds some light and helps me better develop my lifestyle choices. The next book that I have checked out from the library is S by Doug Dorst with the concept by J.J. Abrams. If you haven't heard about it, it is a book that is formatted to look like an old library book with a call number and checkout space and the whole shebang. I believe it has 3 narratives. The main novel, which is The Ship of Theseus, the narrative that goes on between 2 characters who annotate this book, and there's also another storyline following the mysterious author of this book that is told through supplementary materials like postcards and real-life notes and the such. I do have this book checked out for my own reading pleasure, but I also have it checked out so that I can figure out a way to properly circulate this book to the public so that all of the materials don't go missing. So if you work at a library and you have this book circulating, let me know how you guys did it. I would love to hear your tips in the comments. The next book that I have checked out from the library is a chunker of a book. It is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. She is the youngest author, and this is the biggest book to win the Man Booker Prize. This won the Man Booker Prize in 2013, and it is a very complex mystery that is split into 12 parts and has a full cast of characters. This book kind of intimidates me, but I have been recommended it by a librarian here at the library I work at, and also by Barry at Baz Pierce. He made this book seem a lot more approachable than it probably is, but I'm hoping to give it a try. And for being a book that has so many characters and has so many parts, it is described as being surprisingly organized, so that makes me hopeful. The next book I have is also a chunker of a book, and it is Mistborn: The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. You've probably seen this book a lot around BookTube. I was also recommended it by Reagan from Peruse Project, like the rest of BookTube, but I'm really excited to read this. It is set in a world where the evil has won and has taken over the empire, and I believe there's a group of people who are trying to take it back. I believe this is Brandon Sanderson's first series. I'm not really sure, but I'm really looking forward to this, and there might be a buddy read of this in the future. And the last book I have checked out is quite exciting to me. It is The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the sequel to The Name of the Wind, which I recently finished, and hopefully I'll have a book talk up for you guys soon. But I obviously really liked it, and I'm really excited to read this book. It has like 992 pages, but I believe that it will be all delicious and great. And those are unfortunately all of the books that I have checked out from the library. I was hoping to show you guys Crest by Marissa Meyer, but as soon as that comes in, I will also have that checked out from the library too. Gobble, 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 gobble up. Okay guys, so we have reached the #Friday Reads portion of this video. The first one is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. I left the beautiful dusk jacket at home, so you'll just have to imagine the beauty. I am buddy reading this with Ginny from Adulterous Books, and I'm currently about 1/3 of the way through. I'm hoping to be halfway or maybe even completely finished by the end of the weekend. If you don't remember, it is a novel loosely set on the last case of execution in Iceland. The young woman was charged with the murder of 2 men and is living out the rest of her execution on a farm. She is seeking the spiritual advice of a very young priest. I'm really liking it so far, and I'm hoping it doesn't disappoint. The next 2 books I haven't started yet, but I hope to have most of them read by the time weekend rolls around. And the first one is The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I was really encouraged to go out and pick this book up for Black History Month by Frenchie D. She made a really great video talking about the trend of white people trying to write about the Black experience. And with it being Black History Month, I thought that it was my duty to at least pick up one book by a Black author. This is about a young Black girl who wishes to be beautiful and prays and hopes that her eyes will turn blue like all of the pretty blue-eyed, blonde-haired people around her. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm reading this with the lovely Lauren from Glowing Reviews 90. And the last book that I hope to be reading this weekend is Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher. Hopefully I'll be about halfway through this by the weekend, but I'm reading this with Katrina over at Little Book Owl, and it is another fantasy series recommended to me by Reagan, of course. And it tells the story of Tavi, a young man who lives in a world where everyone can control elements but him, and follows his life and adventures. So those are all the books that I have checked out and that I hope to read this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please share with me in the comments what you're reading this weekend. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with a new video.